All right, cool. So we're ready to start. Ready to start. So let me just get my handy dandy notebook out that I wrote this stuff in, and it's not even really nothing I have to get like notes on or I have to take notes on. It's really just like this shit I was dealing with like before, like the second before I started streaming. Like I just got this idea because I clicked the not I clicked the stream button. Like I was thinking about streaming, and I was like, bro, I really don't feel like streaming or talking about anything or having a subject or reacting to anything, bro. I just want to play like I don't know. I just want to play Elden Ring. I just want to chill. I want to have my day off. But I said, fuck that, bitch ass nigga. You're gonna stream, and I really would just looked into like why I felt certain things. Hold on, we're gonna actually just put this song on repeat. And I looked into why I felt like these certain things, so I wrote everything down in a journal of why I felt it, and I really just looked inside. And now we're gonna talk about like that today, because I know for a fact a lot of you guys are dealing with a lot of things in terms of your comfort zone, and like it's hard to do certain things. So we're gonna talk about that today. Um, so yeah, let's just jump right into it. Comfort zone, doing things that are uncomfortable. Let's talk about why we do things that are uncomfortable. Why is there such an uncomfortable feeling when we know we're supposed to do something, or when we want to do something that we know is what's like best for us? Why is it? Dang, that shit's cricket. Why is it so uncomfortable? Like why you get such an uncomfortable feeling when you know you're supposed to do something? So let's say, for instance, you know you should probably go to college because you have like a should we use the college example? Yeah, let's use the college example. So you know you should go to college because you have like this love for something, so you want to learn it. And by the way, you don't have to learn anything in college, but this is just a fucking example. So you say, okay, I want to go to college, but let's say you're like 24 and you feel like you started college too late, or you feel like if you were to go to college, it would be too late, and you don't want to start it. So you feel this resistance because you want to do something. Your mind is in conflict, so you want to do something, and at the same time, you have beliefs about yourself that you really don't want to do it, right? Um, and that can cause a lot of trouble in your adult life and in your business life, in your professional life, in your relationship. All this conflict can cause something, because even this conflict that I'm talking about right now, let's take the relationship aspect, like I just said. It can cause so many problems in your relationship, because like when you want to when you it's actually a common problem in a lot of relationships. So let's take communication, for example. You would like to tell your partner how you feel about something, but there is a resistance, and there is a ego in place to where it's like, okay, I don't want to express how I feel because I will seem weak, or I don't want to express how I feel because this person should already know how to act in the first place. And you see what I mean? How like your comfort zone will stop you from a lot of things. Your comfort zone will stop you from a lot of things, and this could really go anywhere. This can go business. This can go. Relationship. This can go in self improvement. This can go in exercise. This literally stems from everything. This being uncomfortable and acting on being uncomfortable stems from everything. Um, so yeah, let's talk about why you get uncomfortable when you know you're supposed to, when you feel inclined to do something that you know is good for you. And my philosophy is this thing called resistance, and I label resistance as the enemy of the mind. The enemy of the mind. And in short, I'm just going to skip right to the end here, and then we're going to go back and backtrack everything. In short, the enemy of the mind um, is meant to be defeated at every chance it gets. At every chance you can get to defeat the enemy of the mind. You want to try to defeat it because the voices. Okay, I was on a roll there, but I don't want to explain it that way because it's going to be confusing. So let's explain it this way. So there are voices in your head, right? There is this negative voice that's saying, "Oh, let's do this shit tomorrow. Oh, let's not work out today. Oh, we can meal prep tomorrow. Oh, let's just skip work today." That negative voice. We all know that negative voice, right? We all know that guy. He fucking sucks. He blows. He talks us out of what is best for us and what we know is what's best for us, to feel comfortable, right? So the enemy of the mind is comfort. And the thing about the thing about defeating the enemy of the mind is you have to get uncomfortable to defeat it. So to defeat the enemy of the mind, to lower that voice in your head, to quiet that voice, you must constantly be doing uncomfortable things. Uncomfortable things. So you combat the enemy of the mind. We'll call it resistance. You combat resistance with uncomfortability. And I know that's like very weird and strange, because like why do I have to be uncomfortable in order to battle this voice in my head? Like that, it just seems like dumb, you know? It just seems like why did the creator make it like that? Why? And me, I don't know the answer to that question. I'm not even gonna answer that question, but I know how you feel when you hear that. Like, it's like, why? And I know you can relate to this because it applies to literally everyone. So you'll have this resistance in your mind when you know you're supposed to do something that, when you know you should be doing something, when you have this resistance in your mind telling you not to do it so that you can feel comfortable. And the thing about this resistance is that it's very smart. It very much knows you. So let's say you're trying to progress in life. Let's say you're trying to progress in business or in the physical realm. In the physical realm, I mean like in the gym, like trying to get stronger, trying to get buff. When you're trying to get buff or something, or let's say in the business realm, right? You know you should complete this. You should write this paper, or you know you should do cardio today on top of your workout. You know you should do you know what I'm saying? You know you should do extra. You know you should do more. But that resistance, it's so strong that it doesn't want you to grow into a better person. And that's the caveat here, right? You want to grow into another. Oh, my bad. I said my bad to a mic. You want to grow into a better person, and then there's this resistance that does not want you to grow at all, and that's why there is conflict. That's why there is conflict in the first place, because there's like two different sides of you, and I talked about this in an early video on my YouTube channel. Hold on, click or go here on my YouTube if you want to watch that video. It's like 7 minutes. It briefly explains this, but I kind of want to get more in depth. So yeah, there's a conflict in your mind because your resistance or the enemy of your mind is telling you one thing while you want to do another, and you guys are basically clashing. And basically how it's working is, how it works is, let's see who's fucking stronger. That's what it is. So is this side gonna overpower this side, or is this side gonna overpower this side? So let's take me for example. Just a few minutes ago, I had to just battle this. I literally told myself, the first thing that popped in my head when I was like, should I stream right now? The first thing that popped in my head was, no, you shouldn't stream. Just chill out. You had a long day. You had a long week. You're doing such a good job. Just chill out. And the resistance works like that too. It even works in a way that's positive. It'll say, yeah, you did a good job this week. That's how crazy all this shit is. It'll say, yeah, you did a good job this week. You can, take a chill pill. Everything's cool. You don't have to stream right now. We'll do it when we come back home, or we'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. But that's the scary part about resistance, is that it even works for you to work against you, and that's the crazy part about that. So back to my streaming thing. I was like, the first thing that popped in my head was, yeah, you don't need to stream today. You're good. You had a long week. Yada. Just take a chill pill, play some games, and then go to the gym, and then we're gonna be good. Now, what you want to do to battle this resistance is say, okay, I know I should be streaming right now. What can I do to make me stream? All right, and you'll hear the voice in your head get louder, like, no, you don't need to stream today. You don't need to stream today. But it's like, I need you to think about this when you have some conflict in your head, and then you want to move forward, but your resistance is not letting you. I want you to think about this. Imagine the person you would be. Imagine the person you would be if you streamed instead of not streaming. If you face this uncomfortability and you said, I'm gonna do this despite how I'm feeling, despite all the negative stipulation I have going on, despite all that, I'm still gonna do it anyway, and I'm still gonna do a kick-ass job at it. I've never actually said kick-ass. That's crazy. That's just the first shit that came into my mind. But yeah, imagine I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a kick-ass job at it, right? My bad, I lost train of thought because that kick-ass thing, that shit got me, bro. That shit got me. Okay, so imagine I'm gonna do a kick-ass job at it. Just imagine the person that I would become. Imagine the person that imagine how much better I would get when I'm faced with this strong uncomfortability and I still prevail anyway. And I think that's really where you grow. I really think that's where you grow. When you're faced with a very large amount of resistance and you say, fuck you, I'm gonna go anyway. Fuck you, I'm gonna do what's best for me anyway. Fuck how I feel. Fuck all these emotions that are in my body, in my mind, in my soul. Fuck how that feels. I'm gonna just do what's best for me anyway. Cause this version of this person in your this version of you in your mind wants what's best for you, right? And you know that. You ultimately know that, right? And you also know that there's a version in your head that doesn't want what's best for you, that just would like to be comfortable. And it's all about who wins at the end of the day. Who's gonna win in this tug of war at the end of the day? And who's gonna fight to win, right? Now now we're gonna talk about the types of weapons that the enemy of resistance uses to get you to not prevail, to not move up in life, to not become a better person. Let's talk about the weapons that it uses, right? With that, we are going to switch the song a little bit because this song is kind of getting a little bit annoying. I like this song. I actually love this song, but it's getting a little bit annoying. All right, this is cool. So now we're going to talk about the weapons that that resistance uses to make you stay the same, pretty much, right? And there's only it's just the main three. If you can dodge all these three, then I really don't think he doesn't really have any much more weapons or much more powerful weapons. Like the rest of the shit will seem like kind of subtle, kind of seem like okay, I'm just gonna do this anyway. Like I'm gonna level up anyway, type shit. So it's like, but these are the most powerful ones, right? The most powerful weapon that resistance uses to make you stay the same is one of them is excuses, right? They'll make excuses on why you shouldn't do that thing, and it'll try to convince you onto why you should just chill, or why you should just stay in your comfort zone, right? It'll use excuses. For me, like I said, it was like, you had a long week, you're gonna go to the gym today, why, like, don't even stream, like, you're good, you're gonna have low energy, and right now I have pretty good energy, so it's like it even lies to you as well. But that's the main thing, excuses. Let me see if I can think of another one. Yeah, don't go to work today. You don't need the money today, really. You have all your bills paid. It'll make excuses, positive excuses, on why you shouldn't do what's best for you, right? Hold on one second, let me check something. But yeah, it'll make positive excuses, right? And the next one is subtle distractions. This one's a little tricky, and you got to be very aware with yourself to really spot this one out, right? So the way subtle distractions work is that you'll be like, no, I wanna. Okay, so for instance, in my thing, let's talk about me for a second. I didn't want to stream, and so I was like, no, fuck that, I want to stream. So what it does is it'll be like, okay, just check your notifications first. Just check your notifications on Instagram first, or just scroll through Facebook a little bit, see what's funny on TikTok. You know, it'll say shit like that. And it'll try to get you distracted and try to get you to forget that you had the stream in the first place. And you gotta really catch that. You gotta really be aware of that. It'll say, oh, you haven't eaten today, go cook, or go make you a protein shake. It'll make these certain distractions instead of doing what you know you should do in the first place. Like, it'll say, okay, it'll agree with you. It'll be like, yeah, okay, just go, check on this, check on that, see if your grandma's good, see if your mom's good. No, you should be fucking streaming. You should be working out. You should be working on your business. You should be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll make very subtle distractions. It'll be so subtle that you have to be very in tune. You have to be like laser focused on what you're supposed to do, because it shit can get tricky in there, my dog. It shit can get tricky, right? And then the last one is different urges. So you'll get like urges to do something, which is kind of similar to subtle distractions, but you'll get urges like, okay, before I stream, let me go take a shower because I kind of smell weird. But even though I don't, like, I don't smell weird, but it's like it'll create that image in your head that you smell, or like that you, it'll just try to distract you. You know what I'm saying? It'll give you urges, or okay, just go have a conversation with your friend because you didn't have had a conversation with him in a while, or okay, let's just do this first. You know, and it's the same thing as subtle distraction, but it'll be a little, the urges will be a little bit stronger than just hey, check your notifications, or hey, check Instagram. The urges will be like, hey, do this to benefit you, but it doesn't really benefit you because the only thing that would benefit you is actually just taking action, which is what you're supposed to do in the first place anyway. You know what I'm saying? And and that's really it for the how resistance works when it's trying to take you off path of what you're supposed to do and who you're supposed to be, right? We had something else to talk about. My bad. My throat's hella dry, bro. I need some fucking water or juice, bro. I've been talking. I'm not used to. I'm actually not used to talking to like for like long periods of time like this. I swear on my life, I'm not. It's like this is actually my second stream of me like just really just chatting. Like this is actually wild, bro. It's actually wild. Hell, I'm like just taking action right now. It's kind of crazy. Cause I always wanted to like teach people and like do this, but it's like seeing that I'm doing this right now is just kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit emotional, but I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm glad I'm doing this. Okay, but the last thing before I get some water, is how to take action when feeling heavy resistance. I think I talked about this a second ago, but we're just gonna go over it again, real quickly. Taking action when you're feeling heavy resistance just revolves around how you would see yourself after. So let's say you defeat. Let's just imagine. Let's just take yourself and imagine in the future. Let's say you take an extra shift at work, but you're kind of dreading it, right? You're kind of dreading it, so your brain tells you, hey, just skip it, just call off, you know, just tell your boss, you know, you apologize or whatever. And I want you to think when you catch that resistance, I want you to think, okay, how would I feel about myself if I did go to work and then I did also beat this heavy resistance? How would I feel about myself? I would feel like I could fucking do anything, right? And that's what you want to do when you want to defeat resistance, right? You think of how you would feel in the future. You think of how you would feel in the future to defeat this resistance, like what it would feel like to actually do what you're supposed to do at the end. Like how would you feel at the end of doing what you were supposed to do? How would you feel at the end? And once if you can channel that feeling, and if you can feel that emotion right now instead of doing that action, if you can feel it right now, then the resistance gets way, it's like a burden just dropped off you. It's like, okay, I want to feel that feeling in real life instead of just in my head. I want to feel that, so let me just say fuck resistance and do it. So it's basically just feeling feelings ahead of time is how you defeat resistance. Feeling feelings ahead of time. And yeah, it took me a while to learn that, because for a while resistance was really beating my ass, bro. Like it wouldn't let me do anything. It really wouldn't let me do anything. Every time I wanted to do something, I would get seduced by my own resistance not to. It's crazy. But then when you channel in, this is how I would feel if I did do that thing and I did say fuck you, I'm gonna do this anyway. This is how I would feel. So I want to feel that, so let me just go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically how that works. So it's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting. And that's really all I got today for the comfort zone. I wanted to break it down a little bit more from my last video, because I feel like it's such a it's a thing that you're gonna have to battle your entire life. So I feel like I'm probably gonna make even more videos about this because of just how important it is. You know what I'm saying? Just because this was you need this. You need to have this skill, because I think it's a skill. You need to have this skill for the rest of your life, because it's always going to come up. There's always going to be resistance in everything. There's always going to be fear. There's always going to be doubt. There's always going to be some form of resistance that you have to defeat. And you have to understand that there is an enemy in your own body. There's an enemy in your own mind, and it gets quieter if you keep defeating it. That's the thing. It gets quieter if you're able to keep defeating it. I think that's what's beautiful about being able to defeat resistance, is because the enemy gets weaker as you continue fighting. I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool. And I don't know why God designed it this way. I don't know why he designed it that way, but much respect, man. It's a flawless system. It's a flawless system because what it does is it really filters out who really wants it and who really doesn't. Who's willing to battle themselves every single day without question, and who is not able to do that. And it's all at the end of the day, it all comes down to who wants it and who can recognize that there's an enemy in the first place, or who can recognize that there is a negative aspect to themselves in the first place. And that's very interesting, and that's really how a lot of people get rich. Because I just read it. I heard. I was listening to an audiobook this morning called "The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind," right? And he was talking about the more you go into your comfort zone, or the more you how you defeat this comfort zone, the more you expand. He called it expanding. That's what he did. That's what he said. He said the more you expand on your comfort zone, the more you expand on how wealthy you can become, right? And he also framed this as literally one of the most important things to learn. So that's why I'm very passionate about this topic, and why I'm even streaming in the first place is because I was able to defeat resistance. You know what I'm saying? Why I'm even on this, why I'm even on right now. I should be just playing Elden Ring chilling, but which we are about to do, but we're about to do it on stream. And I don't know why I even have such a negative resistance towards streaming. And I think that's what it is. I think the negative resistance is an indicator that you're going in the right direction in life. Y'all ever think that? And that's why I think one of my homies recently, I could be mistaken, he just posted this post. He was like, you ever notice how whenever you start a new journey, or whenever you're on a new path to where you want to go, shit starts going south. It's really just like that, but in your head, low key. It's not really that. It's not, for me, it's not really physical. It's a lot in my head, and it's a lot of, and it is physical as well. But it's I don't know if he was going through something physical or mental there, but it's literally just a lot in your head, and it's a lot you have to do in your head, and it's a lot you have to defeat in your head. But yeah. That's interesting, bro. It's interesting, bro, and I'm ready to fight this thing for the rest of my life, bro. It's and I'm okay with it because it's what makes us better. It's what grows us. 2 years from now, I was streaming, but I wasn't saying shit to the camera because I was insecure. And just look how far just to see how far I've grown, physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. It's just very, very grateful, bro. Very grateful. Very, very grateful. And I think it has to do with a lot of what I just talked about. A lot to do with the resistance. But yeah, that's done with that. Now we're gonna get into some reactions, chat. We're gonna get into some fucking reactions. This is an everyday type thing. I need to start streaming every day, or at least every day where I have 2 hours to just chill. Oh shit. Oh, bro. Aesthetics. My boy Elion, he's in the chat this whole time. I'm just talking about you, bro. He said, are we going to the gym? I'm going to Legends at 6. Are you going to 24 or what?